Okay, now raise your hands if you're in college. All right. Now raise your hands if you don't like at least one of your college teachers. Okay. Now raise your hands if you don't like your job. All right, that's a fair amount of you. Now that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. A few months ago, I was having a conversation with a few of my friends. And unfortunately, all these conversations ended the same way, or in this case, ended with the same words. I don't like my job. I don't like my job. I found it so sad that so many of my friends are working but aren't happy. While there's another group of people who are happy not working. Let me ask you, does this make sense to you? You grow up and you give your time away to your day job just to try to get your time back later. And please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Every job you get won't be your best job. Sometimes you may have to mop floors. But there is a distinct difference between using a job as a stepping stone and staying at a bad job. I had a friend. He was in fact mopping floors. And he was fed up. So he began to use his time to build his online business. Now he works with millionaires. And he did this within 6 months. He didn't like where he was. And because of that, he got focused, he got creative, and resilient. But most importantly, he did not complain. He did not blame. Do some of you remember your early days in school? When you wake up late and your parents would get mad at you. You rush to the bus stop to catch the bus. But because you were in a rush, you forgot your bus fare. So you have to walk to school. And because of that, you were even more late. So your teacher sent you to the office. Then the people in the office gave you a lecture and sent you back to class. As you return to class, you blame your mom for not waking you up. You blame the bus driver for not giving you a free ride. And you blame the teachers for being so stupid. But in actuality, it was your fault because you didn't do what you should have done to be on time. Does this sound familiar? Some of you are still like this now. In fact, I'm betting that some of you went through this morning. You see, I never understood why complaining is so popular and why people like complaining about the things they can't control. Like the bus service, or my favorite, the weather. I just don't understand. When has complaining about the weather ever made it better? I say to myself that if people who always whine and complain were to receive $1 for every complaint they made, well, you know where I'm going with this. What's the point to always whining? I mean, if you're always going to complain, become a stand-up comic. So at least in that way, you'll be able to make people laugh by your complaints. I know I haven't lived for very long, but ladies and gentlemen, what I know for sure is those who always whine never end up on top of the mountain. It's the people who resist and persist. Those are the ones who end up on top. Earlier I said there's another group of people who are happy not working. Let me expand on that. There are people who are happy not working for those who don't see their value. And what we must never do is we must never begin to see ourselves through the eyes of people who don't recognize our value. Stop giving your heart to people that don't respect you or your dreams. They'll make your life a nightmare. I'll leave you with this. If you don't like where you are, learn to put good use to your time. Keep your center. And remember that today is not just another day. It's a new opportunity. It's another chance. It's a new beginning. So don't waste it. Don't waste it. Embrace it. glory.